Evening, boys and girls. I'm in the cab of a truck. It's a 68 plate DAF CF, and I'm a bit curious. Would you like to see round the inside of it? I'm going to hazard a guess it's a yes. Now, I've covered what I can up. I can't show you up there because number plates and all this kind of crap. They've written it all over the bloody place. I don't know whether you can tell on that one, but it's a tiny cab. It's a dinky little tiny insignificant cab, and it's got a bunk on it, which is, I wouldn't want to do a week away in this. As you can probably tell, I've got a microphone on. I'm trying to improve my sound quality a little bit, and I need to do as much testing at the moment as I possibly can. And the contract I'm in, well, I'm not doing forward facing, I'm not doing what I usually do. There's no way you're ever going to tell who the hell I'm driving for. I mean, it's impossible from the inside of this cab. But anyway, I think what I shall do is I shall get my trusty phone out, put it onto camera, press record so that I am now recording, and give you a little tour of the horrible DAF CF. It's a 450. Anyway, if we start over here, you have obviously the light switch for the interior. You can plus and minus how light bright it is. You got a couple of plug sockets there. That's what I plug my phone into. Obviously the Prat Nav is plugged into that. That's your door lock and turn your reverse beeper off. Now, one thing I do like in the CF, given that it's a confined space, is, well, the paper tray. It's the Mercedes Actros, the baby Mercedes Actros, doesn't have this kind of a paper tray, which is really odd, because you end up having to put your paperwork up the top, which is okay, but it's so much easier just there. The cup holders, they're not too bad. They'll hold basic things. I mean, if I take my mirror cleaning stuff out and bung that in, it'll hold it, but not very well, kind of thing, as you can tell. And the usual lovely Clicks coffee cups are, I mean, that'll go bloody everywhere as well. So you got to be a bit careful. The old microlise thing down there, I've even turned it over so you can't see who I'm driving for. Brilliant. Now anyway, let's move on. Up here, you've got the first button, this one. If you're curious, that is regen for the DPF. The one next to it is your lane warning. You can turn that on or off, because that gets really bloody annoying down country lanes. And the one next to it, as far as I'm aware, sorry, I'll get my words out one day. As far as I'm aware, that is for the adaptive cruise control. Although I'm sure somebody at some point will correct me. The red button, this company uses a panic system because of some of the stuff that we transport. Bonded loads and so on and so forth, so we press that and they phone us and then they send the police out if we need it. One next, that's traction control. Then you've got return to normal ride height. Then you've got hill hold. Now, how about this for pathetic cost saving? Hold on, there we go. This is the head unit in the DAF. It hasn't changed from what I've been told by various people for a very, very long time. This still has the indent for where you put the CD, but as you can clearly see, you can't put a CD in it. I mean, seriously. That's really, really cheap and nasty. Hazard lights are down here. Obviously the gear selector there, drive, reverse, and then you've got the crawler modes in them. That's your diff lock right there. Looky. And then that one, that is for your dash lighting. So as you can brighten and decrease the light on it if it's blinding you at night down a dark road. Come down here and that's your fans and things like that. That is your cab heater from what I've worked out. Don't know why it starts with P, it's probably foreign language or something. But it's your standard kind of stuff to turn all the fans on. And if I do it from this angle, you can increase and decrease stuff like that. Lovely jubbly. And then turn that back off. We'll move on to the steering wheel. Obviously answer the phone and the volume control, and then you can go through the menus there, boss. And then of course this side, you got your limiter. You can set that so you can't accelerate past the speed, so in the 30 area if you really can't be asked to concentrate. That one, that can set your overspeed. It can set the gap between the vehicles on the adaptive cruise control and things like that. Basically that's what comes up, so you can set the gap between you on adaptive cruise control and then your overspeed, basically. Nice and simple, and of course your standard kind of cruise control stuff. That's your exhaust brake and your ability to change gear. Auto, eco, off, and then manual. That's what the A, eco, off, and M is. And the exhaust brake is kind of self-explanatory. Kind of self-explanatory on that one. And then you just press the button in at the end for all of this. Now, one thing that pisses me off with these things is this. You see, you've got that lovely little thing there, okay? So that's your washer jet, and it's press in. Well, there's a button there, isn't there? Yeah? Press in, button. Press in, button. That button is the horn. So you can imagine how many times you can get that wrong. You actually have to press this entire thing, this entire bit here, in. And that's your horn. So that's just an annoyance, and of course your indicator stalk's there. Anyway, down that side, that is to scroll through your menu on the dash. So there you go, you got your vehicle information and stuff like that. Oil, well, you know, air supply, if you're curious, that's what it looks like. Let's go through all of this, shall we, eh? There's your oil level, no actual data available. I've only just shut the damn thing off. It'll give you a rough idea of where it is, but that's not even remotely accurate. Battery status, 100% discharging, fair enough. I have got the ignition on. Soot filter. Regen required, not even close. Well, at 46,000 miles, I guess it wouldn't be that close. And then safety instructions for that kind of stuff, won't go into that. Tyre pressure sensors, tyre pressure system, reset, no, I can't be asked to go through any of that just in case I press the wrong bloody thing. Obviously your trip info, so you can have all that kind of stuff. Go through it all kind of self-explanatory really if you look at it. And of course the second one's going to be exactly the same but just reset at a different time. There you go. So if we go back, settings, so your own personal little settings, your alarm clock, your speed control, your units, so you can temperature degrees C, miles, gallon, mpg, you can change it to, well, psi, you can change that to litres per god knows what. Hold on a minute, there we go, volume. You can change that to litres and all that kind of crap. Dim settings, so night mode, so this pretty much goes dark when you put it into reverse. Card settings, I won't go into that, and of course language. Driver support stuff, eco driving, how well am I doing? Really badly. Well, considering that I'm 26 pallets of bonded wine, I'm not doing bad on the old MPG in a 450 horsepower unit. Vehicle tips, oh there you go. I've never actually bothered looking at these. Huh. I have never looked at this. Looks like Tron, doesn't it? The original one. Fuel consumption, there you go. And then obviously your eco settings. Oh, actually, I don't like that target. Let's give me a proper target, shall we? I always like to go. Oh no, wrong way. I'll get this right in a second. Bear with me. There we go. Oh, there we go. And that's my target. And obviously I'm still green. But there you go, that's basically taking you through the old menus. Adaptive cruise control, obviously that don't work unless I'm driving. And then cruise control again, that doesn't work unless you're driving. There you go, that's basically what I've done so far today. It's a short day. And then speed info, so you can just have that on, so you've got a digital speed display. But there's that. Hold on a minute. Service, warnings, bits and bobs like that. I'm not going to take you into anything because I really don't know what kind of information's in there. And then of course your phone. But there you go, and it's kind of a Need for Speed style font used on this. Look at that. But there you go. Fuel gauge and AdBlue. And obviously the temperature gauge. And like I said, I've not long shut this off, so temperature's still good. Oh yeah, down there if you're curious. Here we go, here we go, here we go. So obviously your lights, your standard bits and bobs, and your fog lights. Don't need to take you through those. I'm sure you understand what they are. And then that's your light adjustment, working light, and then some other light I can never remember. And then your 2 pedal setup. And then your door controls for your door mirrors, top and bottom, and for your windows. And obviously the heater is in the middle. So door mirrors, top and bottom, heater, moves them, and there are your windows. Nice and simple. Bloody DAFs. There you go. Hope that you enjoyed the little waddle around. Can't really think of anything else to discuss, really. I mean, I did a bit yesterday on my day off, and now I'm back in the couch. It's literally just testing and doing bits and bobs like that, and I just thought, well, seeing as I'm in this thing, I'm not a big fan of DAF CFs. They're just uncomfortable. I can't adjust. If I adjust, this is as high up as the armrest goes. Okay, it will go down. It will adjust down, but that's as high up as it's going to go. And if I put this to where I like to be, oh hello. If I put this to where I like to be, style thing about there, then the armrest is just about right. But I just feel so off on the steering. I can't adjust the steering much more, that it won't go any closer to me than this. It'll go up, but it won't go any closer, and it just feels so off. And I find myself kind of leaning too much forward like that style thing, and at the end of the day my back hurts. I really don't like the CFs. The gearbox has been significantly improved since the older version, where you really needed the crawler mode, because when you went into drive or you went into reverse, it was like an MAN. You start to take off, it brings the revs up, and then it kind of just lurches the clutch off, and off you go. It doesn't do it anymore. I find I can control it very well. So well done, DAF, on that one. You seem to have sorted out your gearbox issues. Well done. Good show. But I don't know. I've driven the XFs, because this company has XFs as well, and they're not too bad. The window stuff, the door mirrors that you saw a second ago, in the XFs they're angled up, so it does kind of make it nice, and it feels like you've got a little bit more adjustment on the seat. And these ones, you can't stop the seat from being springy. There's no way, there's no adjustment on the seat, so you're springy as hell going down the road in the CF, whereas in the XF you can stop that, which I prefer. I don't like to bounce all over the bleeding place. And the XF feels a bit more comfortable, feels a bit better. I mean, it's got a flatter floor. Obviously this is a tiny cab, so you're gonna be, the engine cover's gonna intrude big style. But I don't know, this thing's got a lot of weight on at the moment. As you probably heard me saying on the MPG, I've got 26 pallets of bonded wine. So this is a 450. And it's probably over 40 ton. But it doesn't like it. It really doesn't like it. This has done 46,197 miles. You've already seen that. I'm not lying. You've seen it on the dash. And I've been I've been to Gloucester, and I'm going back at the moment. I'm the other side of Oxford at the minute, and I've been going up some of the hills around Gloucester area, and some of them are pretty tasty hills. To be fair, they're pretty tasty. And I was going up one of the hills and I looked in my mirror and it was just blue smoke. 46,197 miles on this. And it just nothing but a line, just a constant stream of blue smoke. It was tripping the regen thing. The little amber warning light was coming on for the DPF regen. These are not nice or well-made vehicles. Now, the XF I've never had any issues with when I've been driving them, but these little bastards. And it's a 450. If it was a 410 or a 420 or something, then maybe. But it's a 450. And it doesn't matter whether you're in eco mode or out of eco mode or in manual mode. The bastard won't go over 1500 RPM. It just won't. Unless you're going downhill with the exhaust brake on. It won't go over. It's got a kickdown. Hopefully that will have been picked up by my microphone. I don't know. But it's got a kickdown. So you can click straight through the kickdown. Doesn't do a damn thing in any mode. It just gets to about 1500 and it won't do anything else. Maybe there's an issue with this particular unit. I haven't really tried the other units with this much weight on, because this company doesn't usually do that kind of weight. But it's been bloody horrible. I'd have had better chance pulling uphill with a Mercedes. Now, I like Mercedes, I admit, but they can't pull uphill worth shit. But I don't know, it's just, I don't understand the fascination with DAF. I really don't. Because the internal light switch, as you've seen, is over there. You know, it's not there. It's not there. It's not easily accessible. It's there. Why? There's just little niggly things. But at 46,000, well, call it 46,200. Because by the time I've got back to the bloody motorway, it will be. Blue smoke. Just pouring whenever it's pulling uphill with weight on. That can't be normal. That cannot be normal DAF 450 operating. There's got to be something wrong with this one. So it'll be reported when I get back. But there we go. So there, you've actually had content made from inside the cab. Might even be able to edit it tonight and put it up. I don't know. I've got to get Simon. Simon will be around on Thursday, so after Thursday you might start seeing adverts on my channel. But anyway, I suppose that'll do for now. I mean, well, 37 minutes. Yeah, sod it. This is up about 20 minutes now, so thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share about, do whatever it is you usually do. I'll see you in the next one, whenever the hell that's going to be. Take care. See you later, guys.